All right, we're live. Joe Saglimbeni here on his YouTube channel, Joe Saglimbeni, and we are live on another Saturday for Let's Chat Live. And today we're going to talk about the best time to start investing. All right, so let's get right into it. So I have a couple of screenshots on the screen. But first, let me introduce myself, Joe Saglimbeni, blue collar worker for over a decade and been investing in the stock market for 3 decades. And here we are. It's Saturday, June 26th, 2021. And hopefully you guys are seeing me. So if you're out there, please chat that you hear me and you see me. All right, I'm using a new live stream type format with Be Live. So you could see my name there and the title of the show scrolling. All right. And of course, always, if you like, when this becomes a video, always like, comment, share, subscribe, let that algorithm work for me. All right. So let's get into it. I think really what it comes down to is the perfect time or the best time to start investing is anytime, to be honest with you. You start now. The best time is when you have the money to start investing. And that's what you have to, that's how you have to think about it. So basically, um, I'm going to show you something. Let's see if it comes up here. And again, if you guys are out there, please get in the chat and make yourself aware. All right. So, couple of things. Let's see if we could share this screen here. I'm going to show you something there. This is Yahoo from Yahoo Finance. So let's take an instance, for example. You're unclear whether or not there is a best time to invest. The best time is when you have the funds available to start investing. Doesn't mean you have to be risky. It doesn't mean you have to invest in anything crazy. It doesn't mean you have to do crypto investing. You can invest in well-known companies and just start dollar cost averaging into these companies. Let me get this border off here. And what I'll do here is go in here. Okay. All right. So I guess I can't take that border off. All right. So let's look at Nike, for example. Right. I'm going to get my name out of here. Let's look at Nike, for example. This chart is going back. I'll start with 5 years. Okay. And if you see right here, Nike had 193% return, not including dividends. So this chart doesn't include reinvested dividends. So just share price alone, Nike had 193% performance over the last 5 years. So whether you would have invested here at a peak, yeah, there would have been a correction, but you would have made it up within a year or two. And don't forget, with a company like Nike, you are having stuff like dividends that continue to increase like so. And that's the key. You can just start investing into well-known companies like Nike, like Disney, like MasterCard. And this is a good time for me to give a little disclaimer. First of all, I am not a financial professional. I don't even play one on YouTube. So I just want to make sure you know that please do your due diligence. Reach out to a financial pro if you want to invest in anything, whether it be stocks, real estate, or cryptos. Reach out to a financial planner or a financial professional. I am just giving you my opinion of investments. All right. So basically, what it comes down to is you could invest in companies like Nike, but let's say you're a little bit nervous and don't want to invest in Nike. You could invest in something like a Fidelity blue chip fund. And for example, right here, you'll see Fidelity blue chip growth fund. This is a mutual fund. And over the 5 year period, and matter of fact, we can probably put Nike in here. See if we could put Nike in here, right? Save it. We could put Nike in here, and you'll see that over the last 5 years, that blue chip fund matched in price only, matched Nike. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, you got to understand that I, I can't, the reason why I made this live stream is because a couple of people that I know came up to me and said, I missed the boat. I missed the boat. I don't think you could ever miss the boat. If you think long term, I don't think you can miss the boat. I think you have to get in there and start, get your feet wet. Try to learn about investments, pull the trigger, a little bit amount, maybe a dollar cost average in this type of mutual fund, something like this, or you can dollar cost average into a stock like Nike itself. You could do that. And you could do it with so many tools. You have all the major brokerage firms, Fidelity, Vanguard, all the apps, SoFi, M1, Robinhood. They they don't charge commissions anymore to buy a stock. Of course, I always preach that you have to do your due diligence and learn, read about, analyze, look at a balance sheet, learn a little bit about these companies or these mutual funds, and just start. I mean, really, just start. You know, th- this is how you grow wealth. And I've been doing this for 3 decades. But really, it's the last 10 years that I realized and got deeper into analysis and learned how to kind of mold my thinking on investments. And what I mean by that is, for the 20 years prior, I was still learning. This is not easy, but you have to start learning. Once you learn, you get a system that you make your own after reading many books, after learning. I have my own type of system, my own personal way of investing. And it's worked well for me. But it didn't happen overnight. But it's never going to happen if you don't start. That's what you have to do. So I I think that that's what this comes down to. I think that many people are very hesitant. They missed the bull market. They'll say they missed this bull market. They missed a bull market from 5 years ago. They'll say they missed it in the tech bubble. I mean, during the tech bubble, when that crash happened, I can tell you that I was like, wow, look at these companies that are so cheap. I was almost like a value investor during the tech bust, picking up, Amazon, picking up uh, Microsoft, picking up MasterCard, picking up Starbucks, picking up Nike, picking up these type of investments on the cheap, on the cheap. And I'm basically a holder of great companies. Unless I need the money, I usually don't sell. So I've held these things for a decade. So you take an example. You look at an example like Nike, right? Take a look at this example. And if if you go back here to 2008, we're talking a 900% return. That's just the price. That doesn't include these great dividends that keep going up year after year. Imagine holding $10,000 and you get a 900% return. And if you take your trusty calculator, you do $900, I mean $1,000, and you times it roughly by 1,000%, you're looking at 10 grand. 10 grand. I mean, I, you know, buy great companies, hold these great companies, and wealth comes to you. It just takes a while. Now, I understand people nowadays are also like, investing in cryptos. And, cryptos is a different animal. Matter of fact, I don't know if I would say the same thing as start now with cryptos. But what I can say is starting now with investments like stocks and maybe even real estate. These are mature markets. Cryptos are like a little baby right now. Very highly risky. So you got to put your toe in, but you do it with money you definitely can, you little extra money, but you don't put a big percentage of your incoming cash or your income into crypto. You start it slow. Yes, I know there is crypto millionaires. Of course, I know that. I know several, but they believed it back in 2010, 2011, 2012, and believe it or not, they held the cryptos and they became very wealthy because of it. They were dollar cost average. And at the time, they were telling me, as early as 2011, they were telling me, you got to get into these cryptos, Joe. You got to get into these cryptos. And I dipped in a little bit, but nothing on their level. And they held and they became wealthy because of it. But they sometimes don't have as much stocks, or their interest in stocks were actually not there to begin with. Sometimes it's what you like that will get you there. And that's what it comes down to. So I think that the main thing to get from this video is to the best time to start investing is really now. After you learn, put your, start a little plan to invest. And it doesn't have to be a stock. It could be a mutual fund. It could be a savings account that you drip out of the savings account to put into a mutual fund, dollar cost average into a mutual fund. All right, guys. So I think we can end this stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you got a kick out of this stream. And it's a new software I'm using called Be Live, and I hope you guys liked it. And of course, always like, comment, share, subscribe when this becomes a video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this show. And hopefully we will see you again next week. And always remember, on my community tab on my YouTube channel page, you can put your comments of what you want me to talk about next Saturday. All right, always remember that I try to go live every Saturday, and if I miss it, it may be because of reasons that I could not go live, or I was working, or family reasons. So I hope you guys are enjoying this, and let's continue to be successful. All right, guys. So on that note, I am going to end this stream, and I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you guys next week, hopefully. Bye-bye.